Hey, aloha, JP here, and got a good topic for you here today. So good, had to do it from the road. See, the road. Anyway, it's a good one. When transparency kills. This is just too perfect an example what's going on with Barack in the last 6 months or so, the transformation that's been taking place. And it all has to do with this new media term that's been thrown around, transparency. You know, transparency is like, you know, it's a big buzzword in new media, and, you know, basically it just means that who you are in private, you know, what you do offline, online, no matter what it is, hey, it's gonna come out. So be yourself. Be who you are. And when you're congruent, when your persona, your personal brand is, you know, spot on, and your character is true. And remember, character is not personality. You know, when we say character in a true meaning is being the same person in private when it's just you alone, you know, just you and God, that's it. You know, be that same person in public. When you do that, you have character. If people don't resonate with your character, that's another story. But it's going to come out. And that's the relationship here to what's happened with Barack. You know, go back about 6 months ago into the fall and even the early part of 2008 here, he was untouchable. His handlers and his media people, you know, they were putting a spin on everything and positioning him as the Messiah, you know, as a Messiah, okay? Oprah called him the one. It's another way of saying the Messiah. Everything was being done to brand and position him as a unifier, as this messianic type character, and got to give him credit. I mean, they did the whole job really well, and they built a tribe of raving fans. They did the job well. But here's the rub, and yes, I do have now both hands off the wheel, okay? But anyway, don't worry, driving safe here, people. You know, here's the rub, though. When you try and build this big persona and you build this whole platform that you're going to put out there and try and convince the public and sell them, and in this case, you know, you're trying to create raving fans and then get their votes instead of cash in politics, it's the same thing in business. You better make sure that whatever platform you're creating, whatever persona and brand you're putting out there, is supported by the real person that you are. And really, and this is evident since February, with Obama's not having won any major states since February, because the house of cards started to crumble. The true character was exposed. And again, coming back to that word transparency, it all happened thanks to new media. You can't hide anymore. It doesn't matter if you're the candidate for one of the leading parties in the country, or if you're a small business owner. It doesn't matter. If you think that you can escape transparency, that's just for presidential candidates, for politicians, for big business people, ain't the case. It is something that affects us all. And when you're able to see the mistakes and learn from the mistakes of people that are in the limelight and apply it to your business, it goes a long way to helping you avoid those same mistakes. And the mistake here, again, was just an incongruency with the real character of Barack Obama and what his handlers put out there. Again, brilliantly executed. But if it's not congruent, then you're going to have problems. You know, there are people online who are doing things the right way, who are congruent, who are who they are online, offline, no matter when you talk to them, whatever comments you find. You know, Gary V from Wine Library, you know, you got somebody there who is who he is no matter what and makes no apologies for it. You know, Gary's one of those guys, as a matter of fact, who loves the Jets. What's he do? He's got a show about wine, and he's passionate and extremely knowledgeable about wine. And what's he do? Yeah, he'll spend sometimes, especially in the fall, 5 minutes, half his video podcast talking about the Jets. And he doesn't care. People leave, whatever. The people who stay, though, he bonds with them. If he were to push that down inside and hide it, first of all, he wouldn't be being true to himself. He would miss out on a lot of magnetism. But he also would not be being true to who he is, to his persona, to the things that he's passionate about, to his character. And you have to be the same way. You know, I'm riding along here in the car going to the gym and just filming on my flip video because I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about helping business owners to learn from the things that they see in day-to-day life and maybe even take for granted. You know, we get so bogged down into politics. You know, we sometimes have to, you know, tune that stuff out. But keep in mind that all these things that are happening around us provide examples. They provide models. Sometimes for the way to do things. Again, given the Obama campaign kudos in the early part of the primaries, hands down, we're doing a great job. I mean, they had people fainting at rallies. You know, everything was stage perfect. Here's the great thing about seduction and about creating raving fans. Even now, with the emperor having new clothes, or like I like to say, the Messiah having new clothes, you have raving fans who are still standing by his side. That's what the power of tribal seduction is. That's the power of creating raving fans, of making emotional connections, of creating something that, whether you resonate with it or not, they created that tribal factor, that something that was bigger than Obama, than bigger than his campaign, bigger than everything. It was based on hope, but you can, again, use that as an example. You're creating something bigger than you, than your product, than your business, and it's something that everybody can bond together around, not just you, not just your product, but around that tribal factor. So all that they've done, you can learn from, good and bad. Unfortunately, you know, the bloom is off the rose. Yesterday in Pennsylvania, Hillary won by double digits. The comments that Obama has made, again, not congruent with him being a unifier, that all hurt him, because people then see that incongruency and that incongruency in character with the message, and that's what causes the loss in belief, the loss in the raving fans, even in some cases falling away. So make sure that you, whatever your true persona is and your true personal brand is, that you build a platform that you take out to the world, and that your true persona and personal brand come out. When you do, you're going to win over raving fans, and you're going to keep them. Even when, with transparency, with all your actions, with all your comments being caught on tape, being caught on video, comments on blogs, even as a normal person, whatever you're doing online or offline, you start to get popular, things will come up from years before and will either help you or hurt you. So just be cognizant of all that, and use the example of what you see in politics going on now, and use it in your business to help grow your business. And remember that transparency can kill, but it can always also really boost your profits, boost trust, and boost rapport with your tribe. See you in another video podcast.